All right, we got a 2004 Honda Accord here. This is more of the upscale model. It's got the leather interior, and the reason why I mentioned that is because it'll be relevant a little bit here in a little bit. It's actually got the PO 420 catalyst efficiency code. It's been coming and going. Seems like it comes on when she's riding around in the city, and then she gets on the highway and it goes off. So we went ahead and we're going to replace the catalytic converter on it. I'm not going to go over that. It's basically 6 bolts, 3 in the front, 3 in the back, and it just comes out. And then you got the O2 sensor. And anyway, mine, of course, only one of them came out. The rest of them broke off, and then I had to cut. Well, actually, one came out. The nuts were so rusty, I had to cut the rest of them off, which isn't a real big deal, but just be aware if you change your CAD on one of these, you'll probably have to have a cut-off wheel or something to cut it off. Anyway, on these, the O2 sensors go up into the body, into the interior. So that's kind of what I want to make this video about, is replacing the O2 sensor, the downstream O2 sensor on these Accords. Sometimes you can pull they're up under the passenger seat. Sometimes you can pull that passenger seat forward and pull the carpet back and get to it. This one, there's a guard there. And like I said, this has leather interior, so it's a little more fancy. And I wasn't able to reach it, pull the carpet back. If I would have pulled the carpet back, I would have ripped it, even with the seat all the way forward. So I ended up having to loosen the seat in the back and pull the seat up. And I'll show you all that. And I'm going to go ahead and install this converter real quick. And then when I install the O2 sensor, I'll pick it back up and show you what's involved with that. It's not real hard, but it doesn't have a connection on the outside of the car, so you have to go inside the interior to get to the connector, and that's what I want to show you, where it's at and how to do it and where to get to it, so that if you do have a downstream, you can save yourself some money and do it yourself, and I'll show you where it's located. So I'm going to go ahead and install this converter real quick, and then we'll get back under the car and I'll show you the O2 sensor. Alright, so you can see I got the new CAD on. This is your downstream O2 sensor on these Accords, and what it is goes from here, and then it runs along the wire, run along this protector here. There's 2 white clips that hold it in. They are right here, and you just kind of pull up on the white part right here a little bit, and that'll pull it off of this bracket, and then you file it. It goes all the way up into this hole right here, into the floorboard. And what you're going to see is basically this. And take a screwdriver after you get it loose and just push it up into the floorboard. It's easier to pull it up into the floorboard than it is to try to pull it out. So just get a big screwdriver, whatever, and just push this rubber bushing up into the floorboard. And then I'll take you in there and I'll show you what's going on inside there and how to get that loose from inside the car. Alright, just for reference, so you got the O2, and then I hook to this clip, push that clip in, the wire comes up, hook it to this clip, push that clip in, and then we're going to hook it to this clip right here along the frame rail, and then it comes up into this floor, the hole in the floor, and just push that rubber boot up, the connector and the rubber boot up past it, because it's the way it's designed to push back through the floor, not to pull up into the floor. So you'll understand it more when you see yours. But you can see here on the old one, this is wider, so it's made to go back down into the floor, not to push up into the floor. So anyway, I'm going to go inside now and show you why this is kind of not really a pain in the butt. It's not horrible, but a little bit different than some cars where the connector's outside and you can get to it easily. So we'll go inside now and I'll show you why I had to move that seat a little bit. Alright, so if you got a 4-door, you're going to be on the back door here, passenger side, back seat. This is your back seat, and here's your seat. You're going to want to pull your seat all the way forward as far as you can, and then you're going to get down in here. We'll go right here, and on some of these, you can just pull the carpet up and get to the connector. On this one, there's this black. This is a little bit fancier Accord. It has leather seats, all the options. So I don't know. It's got some kind of black box here. I really can't feel what's under it, but it's some kind of protector. It's got wires going through it. My guess is it's some kind, for the power seat or whatever. But that was blocking pulling this carpet up. And the only way to get it out would be to rip the carpet, and I didn't want to do that. So I just took out the two 14mm bolts on the back seat here. Just zip them out real quick with the impact wrench. And you got the two 14s, and that'll allow you to pull this seat up enough. You can see here. Don't go crazy and force it, but it allows you enough access to pull the carpet out. And then once you pull this carpet out, there's the hole here that came up through the floor where the O2 sensor's at. So you're just going to, plug this rubber grommet back into the hole, and then you're going to file over. And here's your connector right here under the seat for the O2 sensor. So you're going to connect that, and then once you're done, of course, you'll put the carpet back and then put your two bolts back in for the back seat. Like I said, on some of these, you don't have to pull the back seat. Take those bolts out, you can get to it. But I don't know, for whatever reason on this one, maybe because this car is a little more loaded than a lot of the Accords, I would have had to rip this carpet, and I didn't want to do that. So just hit the two bolts out. It only takes a couple seconds. And then, especially if you have an impact or something, and then you can just pull the seat up enough to get this carpet out. Then everything's right there where you need it. So anyway, just want to make a short video, kind of show you where that's at. You might get frustrated if you're trying to do an O2 sensor and you can't find the other end of the connector on it. It's because I had to put it inside here, which does make sense. It keeps the connector from getting corroded and all that, and protects it. But it is an extra step, and it is hidden underneath the carpet and underneath the passenger seat here. So anyway, that's about it for a Downstream O2 sensor on an 05 Accord. Thanks for watching, and as always, God bless.